what's up, Merch University? Joe here, coming at you here with my guest, Rachael Dorsey. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm enjoying merch and enjoying PopSockets and just ready for trying to get everything uploaded for Q4.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Didn't you just tier up recently?
Yes, I tiered up to 2,000, I guess a day or two ago. I can't remember. I think it was 2 days ago. And I've kind of been eligible for a long time. So I've been waiting, but I guess I didn't have enough uploads. So I finally hit the mark and I'm eligible for 4,000, but I don't have enough. I'm not even close to having enough uploads to get that. So I don't expect that anytime soon.
How many live listings do you have?
Right now, I just did 100 yesterday. So I think that puts me at like 900, somewhere around there.
Wow. Yeah. You got to get to 1,600 to tier
I know. Up. I just got to 800 like the day before I got tiered up. So that must be true.
And I know you've been selling a lot of PopSockets. So maybe, you know, if you're good, those are pretty much easy to get up. So, you know, you could definitely get up to 1,600 just uploading PopSockets.
Yeah, if I did 100 a day for 16 days, no big deal.
Not even for 16 days. You already have 900.
No, 1,600 total. Yeah.
Yeah, like a week. You could do it in a couple of weeks. Do like 50 a day.
Yeah, I mean, normally when I sit down, I crank out 100. I feel like if I'm going to open my computer and go for it, just get it all done. And when I see that little green light bar come up saying I've done all my uploads, I feel very accomplished for the day.
Exactly. And I'm actually at the 4,000 tier. I've tiered up probably 3 or 4, like 3 months ago.
Oh, wow.
And I think I had right at 1,600, and like the day after I hit 1,600, because I already had the sales, they immediately just tiered me up. So it was pretty easy. So I was excited.
I'm ready to get to the 4,000 because I'm scared that one day merch is gonna like stop tiering people up or something.
Yeah, you don't ever know.
You never know. Merch makes me a little paranoid. I'm always scared. Like if I don't get it in now, they're gonna freeze again. And don't procrastinate. We never know what merch is gonna do to us.
I forgot when it was. I think I was when I was at that 2,000 tier. What is it? What was it? 100? Is it 100 uploads a day?
Yeah. No, 200 at 2,000. It's 100 at 1,000.
Okay, yeah, 200. I think I don't know what they were doing, but they just randomly dropped it to like 50 a day, and I'm like, oh crap, I should have been uploading like crazy. But
I was tier 500, and they dropped me down to 2 a day. I was like, what am I going to do with this?
Yeah, and so I always have that in the back of my mind. Yeah. So I'm always like, oh, I just better upload. And so
yeah, just do it now. Don't procrastinate, because I did that last Q4, and then it froze and wouldn't let us upload anymore.
Oh gosh,
I definitely didn't take advantage of the money that I could have made last year.
And it seems like I have a lot of like the 90-day rule. I actually have a lot of those shirts that have fallen off. So I currently have about I had like 2,100 up the other day. Oh, wow. And I checked this morning, it was like 2,068. And I was like, oh my God, they're just falling off. I better. Yeah.
Well, isn't it 180 days now?
Yeah, it's 180 days now. So
I have this theory, and this is just my theory. I feel like merch pushes your shirts right when they're about to fall off. Because I'll have shirts that have been up for the 3 months, and it'll be like 2 days from falling off, and it's never sold, and then it'll sell. I feel like they push. I've had it happen so many times. I feel like they like put it up to the top to see if it'll sell right before. So
I bet they do that.
I don't know. It's just a theory. I've seen it happen because it'll come up on your manage tab, and it'll say like 1 day until removed, and then like almost every time the next day it'll be like, I'll sell it right before it falls off.
Yeah, I even have heard of some friends that will have put it up after it's went off, and then it didn't, and then it'll either sell then or it doesn't sell and it falls off again. They put it up again, then it sells. I'm like, what? That is crazy.
I think I've heard a lot of people say like the older listings don't sell as good. There's a lot of conspiracy theories when it comes to it.
Yeah.
My guess on that is odds are if you put them up like a year ago, yeah, they sold and they're still up. Odds are we didn't keyword as good back then when we were first starting out, and that's why they're not selling consistently. I don't think it's because they're old listings. It's just because there's a lot more stuff and a lot better optimized listings out there now.
The other day I posted in Merch University, I posted a shirt that I put up like the first month when I started merch, pretty much, or the first or second
I
month.
saw that.
Yeah, and actually when I look at it now, the keywords, I'm like, man, I could probably go back there and edit it, because I mean, I think it's been up for over 25 months, and I think I've sold probably like 6 since then. But I'm just like, hey, it still sells. I mean, it's pretty cool, you know.
Yeah. Well, you've got enough slots. You don't have to take anything down. You won't be full anytime soon.
It's kind of neat to say that, okay, every year that you're on, or every month, every time you sell, it's gonna be on there, you know, forever. You know. That's
what I love. It's almost worth it's almost worth buying a shirt or two if you really feel confident in it, just to know that it's always going to be up there for you.
Yeah, and so and actually I have one review on there, but when I started a long time ago, I got with a friend and we're like, hey, let's buy each other's shirts, and so that's his review on there of my shirt.
Yeah, I had a shirt that did really well. It probably sold at least 4 a day, almost every day, consistently, in evergreen all year.
Yeah.
Somebody went on there and left a 1-star review.
Oh man.
That said that something that Amazon did, like, it smelled bad. The shirt smelled bad, whatever it was, smelled like vinegar or something, and it hasn't sold since.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm thinking about taking it down and relisting it in a new listing or something. But yeah, I mean, Amazon is, there's so many listings out there. You really have to set yourself apart.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you get one bad review. I mean, a lot of times nobody will buy it again. There's just too many other options.
Yeah, there is definitely a lot of options. Yeah, I have another friend, and he's always like, Joe, I just changed the price and now it's selling again. So like, it's like tempting for me just to go in there and change a bunch of prices just to see, you know, so.
Well, I read an article recently about like the psychology of people purchasing things. And, you know, somebody said if you put a 7 at the end or a 4 instead of a 9, people are more likely to purchase. I tried it. I did like a whole day, like 100 uploads. It really didn't make any difference. I didn't notice any difference. I guess there's a lot of variables there, but.
Yeah, I've tried like a 5 actually all mine are like 99, 15.99.
Yeah, that's what I do. Honestly, I think everybody's looking for like this secret formula and this like hack that's going to make merch blow up for you. And it's really not there. You're not going to find it. It is an accumulation of everything, your design, your keywords, you know, everything. So, you know, there's no secret that nobody knows. We all know the same stuff. It's just a matter of whether or not you're doing it right, I think.
Yeah. And actually, I think if people are looking for that type of shirt then or whatever, so.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the research. Do the research. If you have I mean, you don't even have to have a great design. If you have a good design and good keywords, you know, you can do everything kind of mediocre and it will sell. Obviously, the better it is, the more it will sell. Yeah. But starting out, you know, everything doesn't have to be perfect. It'll sell. I never bought myself out of a tier. You know, like I told you earlier, when I was in tier 25, I had 25 shirts listed, and in July, I sold enough to tier up to 500.
Wow.
And I didn't buy any ads. I didn't share on Facebook. It's just a matter if you hit the right niche at the right time and your design's good enough that people actually buy it. And those shirts were listed at $19.99.
Wow.
I didn't sell cheap. I don't do work for free.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
And so when you started, what did you design on?
Photoshop.
Oh, Photoshop.
Yeah. I had Photoshop already on my computer. I'm one of those people that collects hobbies, I think. So at some point I had some hobby that I wanted to do that I bought Photoshop for and never, ever used it. So I actually already had it, and I didn't like purchase it for full price or anything. I think somebody gifted it to me or something like that.
Oh, wow. That's really good.
So it wasn't anything. I was like, well, I guess I'll just use this because it's what I have. And, you know, all the tutorials, I was watching YouTube, hours and hours of YouTube trying to figure out. I didn't know how to use Photoshop.
And so how long have you been on merch now?
A year and 1 month. So I got accepted in June of last year.
Oh, wow. That's really good. How do you, and so I know you're doing really good. And already this month, you've already have what, 300 sales?
I think I heard a ding a second ago. Let's see. 335 this month.
Yeah, that's really good. So you got a long time. So hopefully you will, you know, double that. Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm hoping. We'll see.
What would you say, like, I know we don't want to give anybody what you sell, but like, what's kind of like your strategy? How do you do your research?
My research, I do use the Merch Informer, the movers and shakers, the trending tab. I like to use that a lot to see, like, I think you have to have a subscription to see it. I'm not sure, but
yeah.
It's not very expensive, and it shows you things like that are picking up, like a shirt that the BSR had made a tremendous jump kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I like to use that to kind of get ahead of the niche, because you'll see like it start to sell, and that's usually because there's not a lot out there. So people don't have a lot of options and one will just blow up. I like to use that. I like to just go into Amazon and kind of use their autofill, like go in the search. If I kind of have a little bit of an idea, I'll start to like search something and see what comes up. That's obviously being searched a lot. But most of the time I just see something I like. I, jot it down or put it in my brain, and then I come home and check to see if it's worth designing on. Okay. Not everything is. I'll see something that I think would sell great, and then I'll go look on merch and look at the BSRs, and it's just not going to sell. I just don't waste my time there. But a lot of times I'll see something out, or somebody is wearing something that I like, and they'll let me take a picture, and I'll come home and look it up, and it's selling really well.
Have you found like things are starting to be the same that sold last year will be selling this year also at the same times?
Yeah, the shirts that I did so well on in July last year, I was planning on adding more because, like I said, I had 25 shirts up. I figured they were all lost in the shuffle by now. They're already selling this month.
Oh, wow.
So they're probably like my only shirts that are selling this month are the ones that were doing good this time of the year last year.
And when I know you also have PopSockets. When did you get those?
I got them on the second wave.
Second wave, okay.
Yeah, some people got them before me, and I was really upset. And I was like, I'm never gonna get them.
That's when I got them.
Not long after that.
Yeah, the second wave is when I got them also.
And I honestly wasn't that excited when I got them. I was like, I buy PopSockets all the time, so I knew there was already a lot up. So I uploaded like 10 just to see.
Yeah.
And they took off. They sold within like an hour of uploading them.
Oh, wow.
So then I was like, all right, it's time to change direction. I've taken a break from shirts while I'm still trying to get in the PopSocket game. And I've been uploading all PopSockets for the past week or since I've had them.
And how many PopSockets would you say you have live, and how many do you think you've sold?
If I had to guess live, I would say about 350. Honestly, probably 80% of my sales this month have been PopSockets.
Oh, wow. So maybe over 200 sales.
Within the first 3 days of listing PopSockets, I had already sold 100 PopSockets just in 3 days. So. And
since you sold so many, you probably think, is it like completely different? Should people think completely different when they're uploading PopSockets than when how would they when they're thinking of shirts?
Absolutely. I think you'll think different because it's such a smaller medium. You know what I mean? It's you're really going to have to make sure it stands out. In my opinion, like putting a whole bunch of words or something really detailed, it's just not going to work. It's not going to stand out. I mean, with PopSockets, my advice would be it just dinged. I made a sale.
All right.
PopSocket. What do you know?
All right. What
bright colors. It's a bright colored one. Is right when I was about to say that just sold. The really bright colors seem to sell well. I mean, it's summertime. It's mostly women buying them. Just make it pretty and make it stand out and be bright, and odds are it'll sell.
Yeah, there you go. That's pretty good. I need to. I've only sold 2 PopSockets, and maybe I'm overthinking it. So.
I mean, I've been putting PopSockets on my phone for years since they came out.
Yeah.
And, I think a lot of people are nervous about the pricing. I've been paying $15 for PopSockets forever. Yeah, there's $10 ones out there, but I've always paid around that price. It doesn't seem to hold anything up. I'm at $14.99 for my listings.
Show us the pop socket you have on your phone.
Oh, this one I didn't design, but it's actually a bestseller. If you look, I don't know. Let's see.
Oh yeah.
It's a bestseller on the PopSocket site, but I bought it from Amazon. Yeah. But I think it's under like actual PopSockets, the brand, which you can't do. You cannot put PopSockets in your brand name.
Yeah, I heard some people get some takedowns for that.
I got a warning, and I actually didn't have PopSockets, but I had something kind of close to it. I guess I was trying to find a gray area. Just don't do that. They didn't take it down, which I've never had with Amazon. They just sent me an email and they're like, you're kind of in a gray area here. We'd appreciate if you changed it. And I was like, okay, no problem. I'm sorry.
Are you filling like everything out like you would for merch?
A little more generic for me as far as the PopSockets go. I mean, I use the Merch Lister Pro. So for most of my PopSockets, the second bullet is the exact same. With t-shirts, I try and cram more keywords in. With PopSockets, I found that I can be a lot more simple and they're still selling. I do fill it all out, and I make sure to like put my keywords in my brand name and in my title and in my first bullet point. So that's, that I do the same with t-shirts. But other than that, I honestly haven't put a whole lot of keywords, in it. Because I feel like most people that are looking for PopSockets are doing a pretty generic search. They're probably Googling just PopSockets, and then they're going to scroll through all the pages until they find something they like.
Yeah. So, I need to add some more PopSockets and I'll be good.
Yeah, they're worth it. Like, they're making more money for me right now than t-shirts are. So hopefully next the journals will start making money. And
yeah, let's talk about that. Cause like I recently started that. I started that Create Space University only because of so many people have been talking about the Blink journals.
Yeah. I think it's a great idea. I think it's a little more work, but I think it's really smart. I mean, anybody with merch knows that it's a little sketchy sometimes, you never know what merch is going to do. I feel a little like unstable with merch. Like I never want to be dependent on it because I'm scared that they're going to freeze or throttle or whatever the conspiracies are. So having a second income online that's doing kind of the same thing that you probably already have the tools to do makes perfect sense to me. I screwed up my first one though. Yeah, so I tried, but I think I screwed up the templates. I did something wrong, but I fixed it and it's all good now. Just trial and error.
Yeah, it is trial and error. I only have like 10 live or something. So, but
have you sold one yet?
I haven't sold any yet.
No, I think it's going to take, what was it Kelly was talking about? She had 4,800. Yeah. I think we're going to have to put a little effort into Create Space.
Yeah, but I think last December, she said she made like $17,000.
Yeah, $17,000. I couldn't even imagine. I think I could, take off for the winter and just cruise around the world for the winter if I was making that kind of money.
Hey, by the time December comes around, maybe you'll have about, I don't know, maybe you will have 4,000 merch listings up.
No pressure, huh? No pressure. I don't mind. I work from home as it is. So, most of what I do is answering phone calls and stuff for our other business. So typically before I was doing merch, I was just sitting around waiting on the phone to ring. And this was just kind of a way to fill in that space so I was still being productive. And so, I never expected it to be this good.
How did you even find out about merch?
I think I was looking into, like I said, I'm a collector of hobbies. So I always have these crazy ideas that usually don't pan out. But I think I was looking into selling some t-shirts locally around here. Because I live in near Myrtle Beach. So, t-shirts and touristy things, they sell really well. And when I was looking into it, I came across an article about somebody who had started merch and made like 120,000 in their first year. And so I put in an application. It took about a month to get approved. In the meantime, I did Teespring. Never sold a thing. Never sold anything. So I switched over to merch and I've been at it since then.
Oh yeah. I've been on Teespring. I probably made $100.
Redbubble, I've made a few sales on Redbubble. And I started to do the Printful Etsy integration, and I've made a few sales, but I just really haven't put a lot of time or effort into it, to be honest.
Yeah, I haven't done. I did Redbubble, and I've sold a couple like stickers, but that was about it.
That's what I typically sell on there is stickers. I think maybe I've sold one shirt on Redbubble. And then on Etsy, I, open up a one niche store, thinking like if I just stayed all in the same niche for the store. I don't know if I just did it wrong or something, but I've made sales, and the royalties on the Etsy are really good.
Yeah. Actually, Etsy it's kind of funny, but I started doing promoted listings. Like you can promote their own listings and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I stopped, and then I'll actually pretty much my sales stopped. And then this week I was like, I'm gonna raise that promoted listings up. And so actually you have spent like $5 or $6, and I've made like $70. So.
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, God, some of the listings I listed t-shirts for ridiculous prices on there. I mean, I wouldn't pay $30 for a t-shirt, but people will.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? You price for the market. People have bought it. I think I've sold like 3 shirts in the past like 6 months or something like that on there.
Yeah.
But I think it was like almost $100 or something ridiculous. So the royalties are good. When merch is doing so good, I think that's just where I'm putting my energy for the time being.
I just recently started, besides selling shirts, I decided I'm going to try these baby bodysuits or whatever. So onesies. Onesies. I mean, you can't say onesies in your title, but you can say baby bodysuits.
Really?
Anyways, yeah, you can't say onesies. And so I think they used to be for babies. Now they're only for like 6 months and older. And I actually sold I put I think 3 designs up, and like 2 of those designs sold like the next day. So.
Isn't that, I want to say that there was somebody else on the merch group, one of them, Texas Gal Treasures or something.
Margaret, yeah,
I've seen her, some of her YouTube videos, and she does a lot of those, it looks like, and she seems to do a good job.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about babies or onesies or baby bodysuits or whatever it is, so I don't know if I'd be good at that, but it'd be worth a shot.
She's the one that told me about it, because we do that. We have it. I've known Margaret for a long time, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I grew up in Texas, so I wish I would have known her when I was there. I could have gotten a merch a long time ago. What did you think about that notice we got the other day? Did you get that email that said, hey, you need to take down your designs? Yes. It scared the crap out of me. And then I was actually really relieved, not because like misery loves company, but I was just relieved that I wasn't the only person who got the email, because I was like, oh my God, they're coming for me. I thought I had 30 days. And I got the exact same one that you posted. And I do have listings that are against the new rules. So I think a lot of my earlier listings did say printed to be fitted, order a size up for a looser fit or something around that. Because that's how it was. I mean, everybody was, leaving bad reviews saying I ordered an extra large and it doesn't even fit my kid. You know what I mean? So
exactly, yeah.
So I did put that. So I probably have about 150. I'm gonna have to go and edit. I
think so. I'm gonna go in there and do some editing.
Yeah, I'll get it done. I'll recruit my husband, make him help.
Yeah. I was surprised that everybody got that email, so I was kind of glad. So it wasn't.
It scared me because, like I said, merch kind of scares me. So anytime I get an email from merch that isn't about like what I'm getting paid, I'm just like terrified to open it because I'm like, what did I do? Oh no. Which I've only had 3 rejections or takedowns since I've been with merch.
Oh wow, that's really good.
I feel like I'm okay, but like every time I've gotten one, I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna take away my account. And I think there's more to it than that, but they don't really tell you. So just be really, really careful because nobody knows what the threshold is to get terminated.
Yeah, you don't know. I know a lot of them have talked to the staff and stuff, and they've always told them that, if you're trying to be really careful, then you're going to be okay. But
yeah,
if you're putting up World Cup stuff, you're not going to be okay.
Yeah, or the person, I think somebody had posted that was doing like Star Wars parody shirts or something like that, and then was complaining that they got terminated. And it's like, you just can't do that. Just do the research and know, you know what I mean? Know what you're allowed to do, because there are so many rules, and merch is so profitable for me right now. I mean, it would really suck to lose that income over not reading a page worth of rules, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And it's not worth it to even try that, because I mean, there's so many other evergreen stuff that you can put up that will sell. So
yeah, I mean, there are sketchy t-shirt printing companies that you could probably get away with that on, and you'd probably make no money and everybody'd copy your designs. But with Amazon, this is a long-term goal that I think most of us have. And people who do that can really mess up the marketplace. And the reason the rules are so strict now is probably because of people that have tried to take advantage, get rich quick by listing something they know they shouldn't list.
And they shouldn't, because look, we would never would have known like PopSockets were going to come out. You know, that was a surprise and stuff. So
I'm hoping that Amazon is, going to take on more products. I'm hoping for phone cases.
Yeah, I think they will.
If we have phone cases and PopSockets and you can match them up and stuff, that would be incredible.
Yeah,
I'd be excited about that.
And I think they will keep adding more and more products. You know, who knows? By next year, we could have 3 or 4 more different products. So
yeah, I mean, it's exciting to see them come out with new products, because it shows that they're not giving up on this merch thing, that they've proven the concept and they're trying to grow it, not scale it back. So that's a good sign for all of us. Yeah,
I think it's a good sign going forward for tearing up and just for you're growing your own business. So
yeah, what comes after tier 4,000?
6,000.
Couldn't even imagine.
Yeah.
I hope I have that problem soon.
Well, you know who or what's her name? Amy. She has she's on tier 100,000.
What?
Yeah. So I mean, you have a long ways to go. You know, we both.
Wow. Do. Wow. I need to talk to Amy. She must have to upload very quickly.
Yeah, you should join. They have that all girl group, girl boss or something. So
I have so many that I'm on these days, and I think that joining all these groups has really helped me. I mean, it helped me with the information, but it's also helped to remind me to do it. Instead of procrastinating.
I wish I wish all these groups would have been here when I started.
Well, didn't you start at the very beginning?
Yeah, I started at the very beginning.
So there was no help. You were all just winging it.
Yeah, there was no help.
I wish I would have. I always I'm beating myself up still this day. I'm like, how did I not, I got in a year late. I wish I would have known when it first came out.
Well, you're in now, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, I mean, it's very hard to get in now.
Yeah. So you're on tier 2,000, so that's really good.
Yeah, and I haven't had a lot of rejections or anything like that. So hopefully I can keep it up and continue to grow. I've noticed that, when I put in the work, my income shows that, because I really slacked off for months and months and months, because I was kind of content with what I was making. I was averaging about $1,000 a month for something that I was putting in. I'd already put in the work, and I was just kind of letting it be passive income. And then I was like, God, I can make $1,000 a month. Imagine if I was actually putting in some more work. And as soon as I did, when, PopSockets kind of rejuvenated me a little bit, got me excited again. And as soon as I did, I mean, I've already cleared that just for this month. So
was this going to be your highest month ever?
Yeah, I think so. I think this is going to be my highest month. And honestly, I don't know if I've been at, I hit over 250 for the week a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And so I keep waiting on it to fall off, because I have so many more listings than I did before, but I'm not used to seeing these numbers. So I keep waiting for it to go away, and it's just holding strong, knock on wood, but it's doing really well. And I'm going to continue to work really hard. And I'm hoping by next month I can double these numbers.
Good. I think you can. I think you will. So.
Just got to put in the work. You're not going to, you're not going to get out what you want unless you're putting in 100%.
Yeah, I think so too. Because I always got to stay busy with it every day. So I still enjoy it every day, even though I've been doing it for so long. So, but I have fun with it.
It's definitely, I mean, you just have to remind yourself that most people are going to a job that's probably maybe outdoors and they're miserable, or working for somebody else that's a jerk, or,
Yeah.
all these other things. And you can make the same amount of money with the potential of making more and more and more.
Yeah.
So that should be enough to motivate us right there, that we don't have to get up and go and work for somebody else, that we can do something for ourselves.
And there's a lot of people making money on this, so too. So that gives a lot of hope. So
yeah, I mean, I've heard several people that this is their sole income now, and that's insane. That's crazy. And like I told you earlier, this merch has been paying my mortgage. It's gonna pay my mortgage this month. That's incredible.
That is incredible.
That's a big deal.
So is there anything, like, last thing you would like to leave with the people here to just stay with merch, or with anything, any advice?
Absolutely. I mean, merch isn't a get rich quick thing. I think that a lot of people, read these articles and see that people have made a lot of money and they think they're going to jump in. You have to be patient, because you're going to have to learn from your mistakes. You're going to list a lot of stuff that doesn't sell. I did. I'm sure you did. Just be patient. Once you figure out what works for you, run with it. As soon as you sell something consistently, just dive into that particular niche, and you'll kind of figure out why it's selling so good. You can look back at your keywords and see what you did right and what you did wrong on things that didn't sell. Don't go into merch in a month and expect to just blow up and get rich off of merch. You're going to have to put in the work. But once you do, merch can be really good passive income. You can, take a break from it, step back once you get to where you're content, take a vacation, not work for somebody else for the time being. So, I mean, take advantage of merch and don't get frustrated if it's not an instant success.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think that's what people need to do.
Yeah, definitely. We're all impatient. I'm impatient every month. I'm like, just more, ready to tear up, ready to do more. But just, take it day by day. It'll definitely pay off. I know it has for me.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the interview with Rachael. And me and Rachael are going to start doing a show every Friday. So come back next Friday and we'll talk more about merch and more about PopSockets, more about Create Space, and other PODs that we've been working on. But thank you guys for checking the show out, and we'll talk to you later. All right, bye.